Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, back to the channel and obviously the series. On the last episode, as you can tell, we was actually on a good rebuild, to be fair. Like, we got rivalries going, we've got new champions going, we've got new superstars going, and all I can say is in this episode, we have signed an extra superstar because the money situation is doing all right, and I've even signed extended contracts to some of my big guys as well. So sit back and relax, guys, and let's just crack on with this episode of the two Monday Night Raws leading on to their pay-per-view of No Way Out. So I've got to go big or go home. Let's crack on. Here we are in the most grandest office of them all. I've worked out a lot of rivalries to go on, and I'm going to do a few things, and when you see off the show, you're going to see, hopefully I can do bits. And as you know, on the last episode, we were gaining some fans. Let's just say the monster inside of me peering over a little word saying slander. Now, I'm not gonna lie, guys, I just read it and went, yeah, do you know what, sod Teddy Long. Said that when he did the trade. We're doing it, we're slandering him in this episode. Hopefully we get more fans coming in and we could be on par of where Smackdown are, because they were beating us, if I'm honest. Like, it hurts me to say, but they were beating us. But hopefully by me slandering their show, we can do some dirty business right now. Let's crack on to Michigan Grand Rapids for this episode of Monday Night Raw. Go to the show. Right, the all-famous simulation. Rebel Dragon picks up another win against Goldberg. They're doing their own thing on Heat. They're doing their own thing. He's like an NXT, you know what I mean. Let's change it to the very first matchup of the night. Paul Burchill again with another win against the Big Show. Bear in mind, this is the tag team where their rivalry isn't working. I think the reason their rivalry ain't working is because Paul Burchill is a clean superstar, whereas William Regal is a dirty superstar. So the next Raw that we do, I may change Paul Burchill to a heel. That way, that rivalry could actually work down the line. But other than that, decent for Paul Burchill to pick up another win, though. So we move on to match number 2. Oh my God, Mark Henry just can't take a break, can it? It's a submissions match, and Gregory Helms defeats Mark Henry again in another stipulation match, in a submissions match. I'm blown away, to be honest, guys. Blown away. But match number 3, Nitro defeats Mercury this time, but he ganged up behind him in the parking lot and just beat the living daylights out of him. So good work on there, Johnny Nitro. So your popularity should go up, as well as that rivalry should be continuing on as well. So decent here between the brothers. I'm not going to lie. It's quite decent. Match number 4, Mr. Kennedy becomes the new Intercontinental Champion, defeating Shelton Benjamin in a tables match. That's what I like to see. Kennedy, this is why you had to come to the red brand, because you know you're going to get a title opportunity. I don't know what direction Smackdown were doing with you. I knew what to do with you. There you go. You are an Intercontinental Champion. If you was here for longer, you could be the main guy as the world champion. Fortunately, this is the case, and I'm grateful. Moving on to match number 5. Melina defeats newly required Trish Stratus. That is right. Trish Stratus has returned to Monday Night Raw, purely because Melina was unsatisfied with the losses she's being handed because of Mickie James. So I thought Mickie James could be there for help Trish. Clearly it didn't work, and Melina picks up the win. So now she should be happy. Fingers crossed. For the main event, Bobby Lashley with Carlito defeats Booker T. So that triple threat match might have been a fluke, whereas Booker T might have pinned Carlito to become the new champion, and Bobby Lashley wasn't happy. So this is a little match that had to happen, and you can see Bobby Lashley still wants that world title back around his waist. Don't know if I beat him in Smackdown, if I'm honest, guys. Rumors, it didn't work. Smackdown. Oh, it was going so well. It was going so well. Jim started earlier this week. It was shown going on to the fans should not bother wasting their time. The statement backfired as fans turned to Smackdown to show to see themselves. You have to be careful what you say in the public good eye. I was doing so well. And you know what? I haven't even looked at the fan change recently. So we will do that by 150. Oh, that means the amount of money I have to save before No Way Out and all the stipulation matches I have to do, it's going to be interesting. 4,425,000. I've got a lot to catch up. Looking at the money situation, I have 1,165,870. Now, I don't know how many contracts I have left on my roster, but I'm sure with the contracts now, it may lead them up into WrestleMania, and I should be fine. God, I don't know. I don't know, guys. I really don't. Match reports. It was a well-built show, but okay, I see. Yeah, that's understandable. It's a 2.5-star rating for the show. I'll take that, to be honest. Oh my god. Okay. So they had a Fatal 4-Way TLC match. They had a Cruiserweight Steel Cage match. They had a singles match between Psychosis and Lita, weirdly. Don't ask why. And then they had the ladder match, backstage brawl, then a Steel Cage. They're the highest popularities on their show, I believe. So they had every single match as a stipulation. I need to go down that road now, which I think I'm going to do 3 matches on this Raw as stipulation matches, hopefully to boost the actual ratings and all that to beat Smackdown. Or I save money and just go big or go home the night before No Way Out. Or I don't know, but that is a freaking well-built show they have done there. Jesus Christ. Power 25 wise, 3 men there. Decent. And Kennedy has moved up. Okay, so Kennedy could go into for the world title. Always the case when it's the Intercontinental Championship though, isn't it? They've gone up, Virtual and Regal, so I definitely need to get their heels going so they can go for the tag team gold. Obviously, they're not tag team partners, so it's going to be hard. I'm not mad at that. And then obviously, who's their world title? Psychosis. He's dropped to 5th. JBL's doing quite well on SmackDown, so fair play on that. Bear in mind, Bobby Lashley in 3rd, so that's decent. So where's Carlito? Okay. Not bad. Rivalries are going strong. Love to see that. Love it. Now, looking at the popularity quickly, Kennedy's gone up. So, their rivalry, Kennedy's and Benjamin's rivalry together, is actually quite decent for their ratings. I'm not mad at that. I'm just going to quickly look at their contracts and we'll just jump into Monday Night Raw, to be honest, guys. Right then, ladies and gentlemen, I've just realised in New Jersey, Newark, it is the Raw before they have their pay-per-view. I didn't slander him this time, but I have gone big. Basically, I've done a promos to keep some money. This is going to be hard because I don't know if I'm going to get money back, and I've got like 1 week left, or 2 weeks, I should say. And if it says 1 week left, I have to physically give them contracts. Otherwise, I am buggered. So we hope we can get money and fans back in this one. So we're going to simulate, and Goldberg defeats Red Dragon. Well done. But we go to the first matchup, which is the World Tag Team Championships on the line. Paul Burchill and Rilligan Regal become the new World Tag Team Champions in an elimination tag match. I'm happy for them. British. I think Paul Burchill was British. I don't think he was. I think it was elsewhere. But Pyro himself picks up the win. He's been on the winning streak, so this could boost his popularity, so I'm happy for them. In match number 2, the rivalry continues. Mark Henry finally picks up the win against Gregory Helms in a normal match, bearing in mind, so he couldn't run away. It was a stipulation he had to stay in this match. Picked up the win, so fair play, Mark Henry. Match number 3, Mercury defeats Nitro in a steel cage match. He must have escaped, and this rivalry isn't finished. I'll tell you that now, guys. Match number 4, Melina becomes the new women's champion in an ultimate 60-minute match against Mickie James. And Melina has retained the title. She wasn't happy with the last 10-minute submissions match. She felt like she was cheated out. So they did a 60-minute submissions match. And she picks up the win. So fair play to you, Melina. Match number 5. Mr. Kennedy retains his Intercontinental Championship in a TLC match. A match where Shelton Benjamin is decent at ladder matches. I thought I did this as a ladder match, but it's a TLC. Take it any day. Can't complain. Hopefully no injuries is involved in this, but we move on. Main event time. The World Heavyweight Champion, or the WWE Championship, I should say, is on the line. Booker T is putting it on against Carlito and Bobby Lashley, and the outcome is in the main event. Booker T remains as the WWE Champion against Carlito and Bobby Lashley. Decent hardcore match as well, so it must have been a gruesome matchup here. I hope that I've actually maintained some fans here, but I know the pay-per-view they're probably going to get, I say, between 100 and 150 again. We have to see though, but we'll continue. Smackdown 120. I had a feeling it was going to be in between that. Injury, not to worry yet. The trainers have reported that Mr. Kennedy has suffered a minor injury. That's fine. It's bruised ribs. That might be 2 weeks. I can carry on their little rivalries in the background while he recovers. So that's fine. I'll look at their pay-per-view, to be fair, in a second, but I'm far behind now, but I'm hoping WrestleMania can save me. Raw results, well-built show. I like that. Main event could have been a bit better. The only outcome out of this is Kennedy's got a minor injury, so that's perfectly fine by me, to be honest. So I'm not phased by that. Smackdown had a decent, well-built show before their pay-per-view, I believe. And looking at their pay-per-view, doesn't look that great. I need to look at the fans, don't I? I need to look at the fan change. Smackdown, for once, are destroying me. At the start of the series, I was absolutely destroying Smackdown. until just after SummerSlam and Survivor Series. They are absolutely destroying me. So right now, I need to find a way to not only not get injuries, but to maintain. Oh, this is hard. This is gonna be a tough. So obviously, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Monday Night Raws. Catch up, at least be like 500 behind SmackDown. Even if I get small amounts like 50 here, 50 there, and all that. WrestleMania has to be the clutch WrestleMania of my life. So there's 3 more episodes left of this series, right, ladies and gentlemen, and I have to do bits to make sure SmackDown doesn't beat me. Oh, this is gonna be a challenge. As I was saying earlier, ladies and gentlemen, you're wondering why my contracts are low. Purely because I had at least 6 superstars on 1-week contracts, and I had to sign them all. Luckily, I had enough money for it after the Monday Night Raw. So everyone's up to date, apart from, obviously, me and Goldberg, which, let's be honest, we're not going to keep. And then Lashley and all that, they can have their extended contracts as soon as I get more money in, and then that'd be fine after the series, because obviously I'll reset it all and do the draft. But yeah, that concludes this episode here, ladies and gentlemen. If you have enjoyed it, please subscribe to the channel, it'd be highly appreciated, and leave a like and a comment down below, it'd be highly appreciated. I enjoy doing these series now, where to the point where if this series finishes, I may do a live stream of this series again, but starting again, so I can get all your inputs live and stuff like that, guys, because it'd be more entertaining in that front. And then obviously the new 2K game will come out, and the live streams and videos are going to be coming your way on that will unreal. So again, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in to this episode. Hope you have a great day, and I'll see you all in the next episode of the GM mid-tier mode superstars. Did that wrong, but anyway, peace.
Look, failure's an enemy, I'm trying to leave a legacy. Loads of old friends got killed off from my jealousy. More time I hope they reminisce and just remember me. But till that day comes, I must stay sipping on this Hennessy. Cause right now, everything is moving backwards. See your success, see they greeted it with laughter. So right now, you can keep all of the drama, cause I'ma get W's before, during and after.